Hello everyone and welcome to round 4 of the iRacing Penguin RC Simulations SIMCAR GrandAM Series. Tonight we're live from the virtual Motorland Circuit of Americas using the Grand Prix circuit. I'm Joe and I'll be your host tonight with one and the only JD McHaley.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And Mr. Tom Gom.
Good to be here.
And as always, we have Trevor Greenfield here behind the scenes. How you doing tonight, Trevor? Nobody can hear him, but he said he's doing great. It's great to have you join us live here on the Too Fast Racing YouTube channel. Make sure to let us know who you're rooting for in the chat. Well, as the cars begin to head out on the track here to qualify, what can we expect tonight from this track in the SIMCAR series, JD?
I'm hoping a lot of clean racing.
What are your thoughts tonight here, Tom?
Well, in Austin, Texas, the Circuit of the Americas, the track's a little less than 3.5 miles long. It's got 20 turns on the Grand Prix circuit. Track record's held by Charles Leclerc in the F1. Let's see. Our weather today looks to be iRacing default, just a touch over 55% humidity. Good weather, good racing. Fast cars?
Yeah, I see a track temp of about 102 degrees as well. So, it just dipped down to 100. So it might that might change things up a little bit with a cooler track there from practice.
Maybe as the clouds roll in, it might cool off a little bit.
Definitely could play a factor in today's race. Looks like we've got some cars on the track here, and definitely taking some laps around to get everything going, get tires warmed up, and get a feel for the track. We've got a lot of great YouTubers out there. Zachary Korn from iCrash Weekly is going to be on the race this week. We are missing our one normal host, AJ Stevens, but go ahead and check out Stevens Motorsports, and don't forget to look up iRacing sweetheart, JD McHaley here.
Hey, any subscribers that want to come by, that'd be pretty cool.
Looks like Josh Stoltz out here taking a good outlap, making sure he hits all his marks.
Tell you what, the one thing that kind of surprises me is just how much elevation there is here. I always thought that this was a pretty flat track, but it's a little over 130 feet of elevation.
Oh, that's beats? What's a beats? How far is a beat? We'll find out. We just saw Zach Korn up there taking his lap, and we got Christian Youngwall just zooming in there. Nice and easy across that real tight corner.
He's got quite a high I rating, too, over 4,000.
Sure does. That's crazy. Definitely, I'm nowhere near that.
Let's avoid that subject because mine definitely is in need of some work.
Right. Practice makes perfect. I'm nowhere near on these guys' level, but it's fun to watch, and one can always dream. Tim Brokaw there we saw, and now Brian Zabelski. That's an interesting looking color of green, I'm not going to lie. Look at that thing just shine, though.
See, there should be a car show before these things.
Let's see where he's at here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Full send.
Beautiful interior on that Ferrari, too.
I might get inspired with some of these paint schemes.
Yeah,
Ferrari 296, I believe, was introduced last season. Their replacement for the 488. And from what I understand, there are pretty rave reviews on how this car handled.
Oh, and I love the 488. But you know what? Take this car on Nürburgring. Started to love it too.
See, I'm gonna have to try that because my experience with it has been snappy.
It's a good car. I mean, it's just like anything else where you got to get used to it, but I really, really like it.
Yeah, wheel time, seat time, it all matters here, and we'll see who's actually had a lot of that in the past week here and gotten practice in. Bob, have you ever raced here?
Have I?
Yeah, have you raced this track?
No, I actually haven't. Not really big of a. Well, it's been noted that I'm not that big on road racing. Although this track does intrigue me a little bit. It's got a lot of attributes from Hockenheim and Fuji, like the long straightaways into the hairpins. That brings an interesting challenge.
Brandon Lambert out here taking his lap.
Yeah, to kind of continue what Tom was saying, this is, in my personal opinion, one of the trickiest road courses.
Are minute 54.
But to see how everyone else does compared to that.
It looks like Lambert's running the only Acura.
SIMCAR, and as well as Too Fast Racing here, their YouTube channels as well. This is quite an opportunity to work with these guys and be able to broadcast yet again, especially with two pretty close friends here from the iCrash Weekly side of things.
I didn't know we had that kind of relationship, Joe. Thank you.
I did.
Yeah, Tom, if you're I see you're trying to talk. I don't really hear you there, but I'm so sorry.
Oh, I can hear him.
Any better?
Well, John Marjoribanks here on his qualifying lap. Not looking bad at all.
Okay.
All right, more and more times are coming in, starting to show just how good that 153 is.
Kevin Fanning in his Porsche.
Yeah, you know, Porsche, I don't know, it always feels really oversteery to me. Maybe it's just really light.
I'm here.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I kind of at a loss for words. All right, so we might be having some technical difficulties here. Joe lost his audio. And
Sorry, I'm sure.
JD and I are going to try to keep this rolling.
Alrighty, so times are rolling through. Speaking of rolling, and yeah, it's that 152 still hold down there by John. But this track, I mean, like I said before, this is without a doubt one of the most difficult road courses in my opinion. Although it does have more elevation than I initially thought, I just always think the braking points are hard to figure out sometimes.
Yeah, braking points, especially on a track that has as many turns as this track does, And again, with seat time and track time, you kind of pick up the patterns of what you have to do, whether you're going down into second gear on the tightest corner or you're getting in the top gear at the end of the longest straightaway.
Yeah,
And then getting your
especially,
braking points down, your braking pressure.
especially going into turn 1. Alright, we're still pulling in them times. We got about a minute left of qualifying.
There's Mr. Freeman, the lawnmower. Putting in his qualifying effort.
There he is. We
In
got
the,
you, Gary.
Too Fast Racing Porsche.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd be a nervous wreck here. But this is inspiring me. It really is. I kind of want to hop in these things now.
As he comes around to turns 15 and 16. A diminishing radius left-hander. Riding along with Mr. Freeman. The right-handers of 17 and 18. A little wide there.
Yeah, but I think the wider you get on that turn, the better.
And we are out of time for qualifying. The field's been set. We're going to rack them and stack them. And get ready for the 20-minute sprint. Now, as I understand, the 20-minute sprint sets the field for the 50-minute endurance, which will come later after a 5-minute break. And on our starting grid, we have John Marjoribanks and Kevin Fanning on the row number 1. Row number 2 is Cody Cosgrove and Christian Youngwald. And row number 2. Number 3, Ray Kingsbury and Brian Son. All right. Starting 9th, we have Ray Kingsbury, and then in 10th, we have Tim Brokaw. 11th, we have Brian Son, Daniel Coletta in 12th. 13th is Brian, I'm going to butcher that last name. Zabileski? God, I am sorry. In 14th, we got Josh Ondo, Brian Asta in 15th, Gary Freeman in 16th, and our very own Zachary Korn rounding out the field in 17th.
Check out iCrash Weekly, Discord, and YouTube.
It's a channel name, not a goal.
Yes, not his goal.
Beautiful track.
It really is. It just has that look. All right, we are rolling. I think one of the most interesting parts of this race is going to be that very first turn. But to see how patient people are going to be.
Turn 1 in any race is difficult. No, it doesn't matter if you're on an oval, if you're on a road, if you're on dirt, if you're on asphalt. There's Kevin Fanning.
Here. I'm digging some of these paint schemes. On board with John here.
You know, JD, he's got a likeness to your paint schemes there.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Matt Kingsbury.
Although,
Connecticut. Brandon Lambert. And one of the only Acuras in the field.
I like those Acuras. They're cool.
On board with Josh Schultz. I believe that's the Cadillac. Kevin Fanning and his Porsche. Cody Cosgrove, and I'm not sure what I'm looking at. No, that's the Ferrari.
That's the Ferrari, yeah. That is what I would be driving if I was racing in this thing. All right, here we go.
This car is off. Tightening up the field.
Very, very tight, yeah.
And we are off.
Oh.
And a land rush start.
Oh, 3 wide into 1.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty wild. Real tight turn. And we come out of it cleanly. A couple cars off the track there.
That's all right. There's
Kingsbury's back there.
A lot of give and take there. That was pretty good.
Marjorie Banks come out with the lead, and then looking at the GT3 Pro, got Kevin Fanning and Cody Cosgrove. Oh, big slide.
Ooh, wow. Oh, goodness.
Wrecking right there.
Wow. A little hard to tell. Looked like everyone
look
missed
at
him. Maybe.
Yeah, it looks like it was Cody Cosgrove going around.
Yeah, he might have got just a little ambitious there.
And around he goes.
Wow. Very, very lucky for everyone not hitting him.
Yeah, he got lucky big time. Smoked those rear tires, though.
Yeah, they'll be warm.
Drops back to 14th and on board with Ray Kingsbury. Oh, following Ray Kingsbury. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Well, that could have been a lot worse for several people.
Looked like a little bit of contact with Kingsbury,
Wow.
and he's around. Oh,
no.
Big damage for Ray Kingsbury. Oh, what? Can we
Wow.
confirm that that thing actually has a spoiler on it?
I don't know. It looked like it was off for a second there, didn't it? It was a little hard to tell if he got any contact in the rear there.
Minor. Yeah. Looks like two cars going for the same real estate.
Yeah. But it's hard to tell. Sometimes the damage doesn't show.
On board, or watching Blake Reynolds here. And down into a hairpin. Those GTP cars, though, they're so grounded.
Yeah,
like they
sometimes
can-
whenever I get in them, I feel like I can give it a lot more, but I'm too afraid to. I really love the GT3 cars, and I apply how those are driven to these, and I end up with slower lap times and
Oh, Kingsbury's off
Push it.
track,
a little bit there.
being Matt Kingsbury. Apparently, you saw Big Brother do it and thought it'd be a good idea.
Never a good idea.
Oh, and we have
into
contact again. Another same corner.
Turn 15, I believe.
John Martinbanks. Unfortunate.
That seems to be the frisky corner.
Taking another look here.
Yep, I just think...
Did I just see? Did I think I just saw? Oh, yep, there it is.
Yep, you saw exactly what you thought you saw.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm sure that'll be a meeting in the Oval Office later.
Walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, waddles like a duck. Might be a goose.
Might just need to label it Turn 15 Racing Lounge.
Yeah.
Now, John Marjorie Banks here, and sorry for my delay there. I had no idea why I lost audio. Suddenly
Missed
came
you.
back. Yeah, sorry about that. I hope I didn't cut you guys off in there. But John Marjorie Banks working his way back up here now. Certainly has a vendetta for Kingsbury after that one.
So what about you, Joe? You like driving these, or you like driving the GT3s, or?
I like Cadillacs. That's what I'm primarily enjoy. I miss the 488 so much, Ferrari for the GT3s, but you know the 296. It's just like you said. It's one of those cars you have to get used to, and take time to learn, as well as the track that you're on. Just as you know, we're training for the Daytona 24, so like that's something that's been weighing on me for the past month, and I needed to work on that. And I started today, so got myself down to a pretty respectable time, and I will work on that with another setup that I got from one of our guys. So
Yes, the clock is ticking, but we still got lots of time to practice. It's gonna be a good time.
Brian Sohn over here, sitting in ninth place, but doing his best to work his way up here. Blake Reynolds still leading overall.
Yeah, he seemed pretty steady. They're being pretty cordial out in front. Until that last incident, of course.
Standing is leading the GT3 Pro and Tim Brokaw. Seems to be a familiar name out front of the GT3 amateurs.
Yeah, I've seen him up there a few
From what I've seen, from what I've seen, he tries to stay as smooth and consistent as he can, and it can work. It can work in your favor, absolutely. Especially with how aggressive we've seen some drivers here this evening, it wouldn't be a surprise if he placed well.
Oh, just looking at this track gives me the willies. It is just it's got a lot of tricky, slippery, challenging corners. And there's our good buddy, Zachary Korn.
Oh, Mr. Lawnmower himself, but I'm sure he's been keeping it out of the grass as much as possible today.
Seems to be doing a good job of that.
Oh, does the grass grow in December in Texas?
Huh. Texas, it always grows.
Where's Eric when we need him?
Yep.
Right?
Just I imagine it's the same here as in Florida.
Yep, Daniel Clutt is on pit road.
Hard to tell there. Looks like that right front might be...
Chewed up a little bit, huh? Yeah, he may be getting some damage fixed from a prior wreck.
I don't know if he was one of the guys who had some contact earlier.
Overall field leader, Blake Reynolds, pulling out a 1.1 second gap on Matt Kingsbury. And look at what happened to Daniel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Through the SS.
sends it.
That was a snap if I ever saw one.
Good avoidance by Gary.
Thing just snapped on him there. Wonder if he hit the curb.
It sounded a little too hard, bud.
Look at that. Nice paint. I just love the paints here.
Closer look, maybe.
I think this is live. Oh, no, this is replay.
Coming out of that hairpin. Giving her the beans.
Great, Joe. Now I'm
Live
hungry.
look now, Blake Reynolds. Now increased that lead to 1.8 seconds, and he's off track.
Ooh.
Ooh, he
Well,
saves it.
Gather it back up. Beautiful job.
Keep her rolling.
That's one way to take it
Kingsbury
wide.
Able to reel him back into a little less than a second.
Using all the track he can.
Yeah, but I don't know if you want to use it quite that much.
I mean, at this point, we're 5 laps into a heat. I'm sure tires could probably handle a bit of abuse, but maybe not so much of that. He's pushing that car as hard as he can. Keeping one side of the car
Yeah, he is really trying to chase him down.
really just zooming.
Unfortunately, I think he's lost about a half a second just by doing that.
Oh, even more.
I mean, Matt's always been known to push the limits of everything. If you want a guy that's going to give you a great qualifying time, he's your man.
Yeah,
Take
nothing wrong with
that
pushing
car
it.
to its limits, but Lord only knows how long it's going to last him. I mean, he's had some success this year so far, so it hasn't worked out for him.
It's like Blake's got to work out through some lap traffic and makes easy work of it. As does Kingsbury.
That was a good little save there. Did you see that little jiggle jiggle?
Well, like they say, my money don't jiggle jiggle
It sits in my pocket.
because it's plastic now.
I was just going to say you're spending it wrong. Man.
I'm spending plenty of money tomorrow. Anywho.
Cody Cosgrove.
Bit of a tongue twister, isn't it?
Yeah, it
There
is.
it is, brother.
It's a sharp little paint scheme.
That was a good turn there. Yeah, I told you, we should have had a car show before this.
Well, or a demo derby. That could have been fun too.
And then later in the Enduro.
Oh, whoa, really?
Ooh, sending it.
Really sent it there.
You know, sitting here watching how hard these guys are pushing these cars. That only lasts for so many turns and so many laps before they get too slick. We've seen what happened there with COTA, and it just right there, the counter steering.
It doesn't look like a whole lot, but man,
Yeah, like he just had one right there. But, I mean, how much of that is just muscle memory and just reflexes? You don't even think about it.
most of it's muscle memory and reflex. Like, because you feel the rear end of the car start to come around, and immediately your hands start to go the opposite way you were intending to go. Some of it's learned. Others it's a little bit more natural.
Oh, yeah.
Track temp is cooling down. We've already lost 10 degrees from the start. It's really crazy.
Wow. 10 degrees would make a huge difference.
Well, just like we saw there with the slide earlier, it will make an effect on handling.
All right, back here with Josh.
Hi, Gary. Bye, Gary.
Poor Gary.
It's got that lawnmower on tight.
Look at this. This is good racing.
That would make you nervous being that close. I think he's trying to put some pressure on him there.
John reeled that field right back in.
Oh, wow.
Yeehaw!
Speaking of reflexes,
For that incident with Kingsbury, John's really reeled him back in.
Fitting in fifth position.
You know, I have a feeling it doesn't matter where he's going to start for the Enduro. He's going to be able to be a force to reckon with. I'm sorry. I can talk, I
ooh,
swear.
really going wide, both of them. Looked like he locked it up a little bit there.
He will be a force to be reckoned
Oh,
with.
some
Kingsbury
contact there.
in Blake Reynolds again.
Turn one mayhem.
So Kingsbury runs down Blake Reynolds. Here they come through the S's.
Yeah, he really closed that gap, didn't he?
But can he make it last? Can he get around them? It looks like Blake's got a better line coming through these curves.
Yeah, but Matt's really applying that pressure.
Now, is there a power difference between the BMW and the Cadillac?
Not that I know of.
It's hard to say. I mean, I think all the different makes will be different in certain ways to some extent, but
I mean, we could be looking at a slight gearing difference as well.
Yep.
Bunch of traffic up ahead for them, and here we are looking at Cody Cosgrove again. I just cannot say that guy's name.
It's
And a
Miranda's
tight
brother.
battle. It's what?
Miranda's brother. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
Ooh, there's some
Whoop,
smoke.
looked like we had
Oh,
a
some
car around.
smoke. Brian Asta possibly getting swung around.
I got it facing the right direction now.
Nobody else looked like they were involved, so.
Ooh, there's someone spinning back there. Ooh, boy.
Ray Kingsbury.
No, well, he's not spinning, is he? No. No way.
Looked like it might have been
Brandon Lambert P2.
turn 19, it looked like, maybe.
Looks like
Ah,
Lambert got
yeah,
around.
Kingsbury.
It was Brandon Lambert, okay. Flying through that turn.
Marjorie Banks just also
Who's around? The sign said, oh, it was Matt.
Yep, it
Pushed
was
a little
Matt.
bit too hard.
Yeah, you can definitely, you definitely can't question their effort because everyone seems to be pushing it pretty hard.
it's like I said, you get a couple good laps with it, and then that's it. Oh,
Whoop. Hang on, Brian.
Oh, yep.
oh, yep. This is when
Yep.
Brian. This is that smoke we saw earlier.
Ah, Trevor. Oh, no, this is, I'm sorry. But Trevor jinxed him.
Back up here to Brandon Lambert. He's got a 5-second gap up to Blake Reynolds. Ah, Kevin Fanning is a name we haven't seen yet today, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Well, he's been leading the GT3 Pros for most of the race.
Yep,
And
seems
and
pretty
look
smooth.
at him go. I like that color.
Yeah, I just don't like the Porsche very much. It just, every time I hop in that thing, it just wants to spin, so he obviously knows what he's doing.
You also see Daniel Coletta had jumped here into the pits. Probably getting some more repairs done.
Yeah, it sounds like he's having a rough day.
About 17 minutes in now.
Blake Reynolds putting on a clinic right now in the GTPs.
He's taking them to Applebee's.
Yeah, you got Brandon 5 seconds behind now. Matt has dropped down to third.
Yep, and Marjorie Banks up to fourth here. Great effort shown from him after that early spin.
Yeah,
It's
if we
never
get
over.
That battle between Matt and John. There he is. That could be entertaining in a few laps.
Yeah, he's not far behind.
No. And it's a
Oh.
wonderful recovery.
Wow, there is no fear on this track, that's for sure.
Some aggressive racing, which is hard racing, yeah. Cody really putting the screws here. Oh!
Nice defensive move.
It's inside, though.
And gives it up.
Good
Everybody
battle.
gets one. Everybody gets one.
If you want to take a look at over at the amateur field, take a look at P2.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting in P2 for the amateur field, Mr. Zachary Corn.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Hi, Zach.
You're doing great, buddy. Keep it up. And Gary, not far behind him.
Yeah, they seem to be sticking together a little bit.
Well, it's no turtles here, so Corn can't launch himself.
Oh yeah, the wheelies. That was crazy.
That was traumatizing.
I think
For
that,
who?
For him, he wouldn't stop mentioning it because I'm pretty sure he was counting his blessings that he didn't completely junk it when that happened.
the funny story, I was broadcasting on that race as well. Blake Reynolds coming home with it. It looks like here is just a few more corners.
30 seconds left in the session.
Yep. not worrying about. Should be coming to the white flag here. Wanting to put as much distance as he can between him and Brandon Lambert.
Growing well above 7 seconds, almost 8 seconds.
True show of force.
We are now above 8 seconds.
And here we go with the white flag lap. Absolutely sending it into that turn. John Marjorie Banks. Ooh.
Gave position back up to Mr. Stoltz.
Yeah, they're pretty close.
Ooh, a little smoke there. A little hot in there on the brakes. Can he get around him? And now we got Tim Brokaw, who actually Ray Kingsbury passed him for P9, but I should say overall P9.
Here's Blake Reynolds.
And
Four.
Seems pretty confident, doesn't he?
He did it.
Handily, very handily.
Great job, Blake.
Looks like it's going to be Kevin Fanning.
Bringing it on home.
Looks like Mr. Fanning will be bringing it in for the GT3 Pros. Very consistent run.
Amateur winner, Tim Brokaw.
Yep.
For his 15th, it seems like, victory this season.
Nice.
Very, very good.
Congrats to the winners on that, and a great race had by all. I'll say it was really hard fought for everyone.
Yeah, I was impressed with the effort.
For that sprint, that's something. But we'll have the feature up here next, after a break, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep,
And
5 minutes to collect yourself.
then we can grab the winners of the sprint and have a chat with them, see how they felt about their race.
Probably in a good mood.
Yeah. So how do you guys feel about this track? What we saw going on out there, Matt Kingsbury really making a name for himself out here with the I want to say the aggressive moves, and it got him to where it got him. I can't say it didn't.
Well, sometimes you just got to throw it in there and see what sticks.
That's true. But with a track as technical as COTA is, aggression can only take you so far. I think it showed where he got his tires hot and got himself into some trouble. We saw that with other drivers as well.
Yeah, there was a few spins.
A few incidents that we saw, and nothing too major. Not too many guys getting collected up in anything. A lot of awareness going on out there. Gotta say, it was probably one of the cleaner races I've seen this season.
Yeah, there's a lot of good hard racing there. I don't think you can fault anybody for kind of diving it in and throwing it wide.
We got the results right here. Excuse me. With Blake Reynolds coming in with that win, Brandon Lambert, Matt Kingsbury rounding out the top three, Josh Stoltz, and John Marjorie Banks. A lot of effort shown from him after that early on spin, like I said, and rounded out that top five. You can't go wrong. Hey.
Yeah, there's a lot of good effort there. All right, and Kevin Fanning in his wonderful, wonderful Porsche.
Followed by Christian Youngwall and Cody Crosgrove. Take lessons, Joe. That rounds out your podium. Ray Kingsbury coming in fourth. Brian Son fifth. Brian Zableski. There's a lot of Brians in here. And Brian Asta in seventh. And for our... Oh, no, that...
The amateurs. Tim Brokaw with the amateur wins. Zachary Korn coming in with second place. Not bad, not bad. Josh Ondo with the third place. Gary Freeman with fourth. And we got Daniel Coletta. After all that damage, he was only 3 laps down.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for him.
GT3 cars are not easy to get the hang of. I figured out the hard way at Aragon.
It's the heart that he had with continuing to try and keep himself in the race as much as he could, going out getting the damage fixed as much as he could without losing too much time, and seeing how the car would handle, maybe take another lap and bring it back in for more repairs. But he definitely gave a lot of effort on it. We got the overall winner, Blake. How's it going, Blake?
Hello.
How you feel after that win?
Oh, was this interview?
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right.
Surprise! What's your favorite color?
I'm just sitting here. Never mind. I can't say that in stream. You know?
Whoa. I mean,
No,
you
never
can,
mind.
but
Never-
you
never
could,
mind.
but
It is my league.
It's all bets are off.
Never mind. I won't. I'll pass. I think you know what I was doing. Just sitting there.
he was celebrating.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you really, as Joe said, took him to Gapplebee's there at the end.
Yeah, John made that mistake early. Cold tires are really rough. And what's strange to this track, really any track that's like this, where it's just a really hot track temp, Like, it is 91, but COTA itself is already low grip. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of people spinning around.
yeah, it's just, even my, these cars have anti-roll bars. You can adjust on the fly. I was not even aggressive with them. I kind of remember, from F1 racing, watching F1 races here, they don't really set it up too much to turn. They kind of just set it up to have drive, even in these fast sweeping corners, They don't really set it up like Silverstone, where they're just kind of full angle side force, So, knowing that and just knowing how slick this track can be, I was on like 1-1 bar most of the race. It's pretty much the tighter setting of the car. Very free, very loose. Can kind of go over any bump you want.
How worried?
Yeah, well, sorry, what?
Oh, how worried about Matt were you? Because it looked like for a while there he was right on your tail.
Yeah, well, Matt's classic driving characteristic is he loves to overdrive the corner. Honestly, it's a Kingsbury thing. His brother does it too. They both attack the apex and then don't really worry about the exit of the corner. I kept seeing him do that. Those big nostrils in that BMW. And he was throwing it in there, and we made contact one time at turn 1, but it was I missed the corner. It's very easy to blow the corner here because typically you want to brake hard, a lot of straight braking zones, but you can't really do it in this car because you got to regen the hybrid. If you hit the brake too hard, give it too much RPM on that downshift, it's going to lock the rear wheels like a NASCAR car, chattering the rear tires. So, you got to worry about that. So we're pretty much like maximum 50, 60, 70% brake pressure. We can't really throw it in there like a GT3 car.
So, Blake, with what you learned in the sprint, what are you looking for in the future?
Taking care of these tires, I'll tell you right here. Oh, nope, never mind. I have no tire data.
Oh, you didn't have to give away all the secrets.
Well, I mean,
Well, it definitely looked like
I give away my setup in this league.
it's definitely no surprise why you won there. You seem very knowledgeable.
Well, this is my home track,
Not even just about the track, but the car.
Oh well, I race this car a lot. What are we on? We're on round 7, round 8, something like that.
Yep.
Oh well,
It's 7.
7 races of experience, man. That's what I got.
I thought only 2 things came from Texas. It was cows and good drivers, and it seems like we got one of the good drivers.
You could say that. I like to think that, but it was a fun race. SIMCAR, obviously. Shout out Penguin RC for sponsoring the the league and also Too Fast Racing and the Too Fast Broadcast and the Alpha Broadcasting. Appreciate it. Except for, never mind. I'll hold my tongue.
Love you too.
Yep.
Feel the love. Feel the love.
Yep. I'm actually looking at Kevin Fanning's car. Do you see on the left rear there's a Band-Aid?
Yeah, look at that.
Huh, I didn't even notice that.
I'm pretty sure he did that after someone hit him earlier this season.
Ooh, sending out
That's pretty cool.
some messages. I like that.
We got the
My car should be covered in Band-Aids then.
Well, Blake, that was an absolute amazing display of showmanship and force that you had out there today. I got to say that driving was impeccable. You were pretty much what I'd call flawless out there, and it showed for your sprint. And going into the feature, you know what you need to do, and you're a little bit smarter with what's going to happen out on the track today. And I wish you the best of luck.
All right. Appreciate
Yes, sir.
it.
Good luck.
Ooh, Kevin Fanning here, though, really did himself a great job.
Yeah, he was very smooth.
I think I remember watching the last broadcast and thinking, man, this guy, he knows what he's doing. Here's Tim. Just hanging it all out there. I gotta say, like, these Porsches, they don't look like they're having that hard of a time on the track.
That is shocking to me. I
Right.
just never got... I took it out maybe 3 times of honest effort, and I just could not get it to stick anywhere I took it. Even
Right.
my beloved Nürburgring.
So after 6 rounds, GTP driver standings look like Mr. Blake Reynolds, who we just were in the booth with, has a good lead over Brandon Lambert. And Matt Kingsbury will be your top 3. Aaron Beaver 4th. Justin Malillo.
Malillo.
Thank you.
Malillo.
I apologize, Justin. We'll round out your top 5. I'm not even going to attempt Paul's last name, but Paul's in 6th. Kieran Forrest, 7th. John Stoltz. Yeah, Josh Stoltz in 8th. Rudy Valentine in 9th. Flynn Lazier. Oh, Flynn Lazier, Buddy's kid.
Mm-hmm.
He's in 10th. Mike Gonzalez.
GT3 Pro driver standings after these last 6 rounds. Ray Kingsbury with the lead, only 9 points over Cody Crosgrove. There, I finally said it correctly.
I was going to say.
Kevin Fanning rounding out the top 3. Christian Youngwald, John Marjoriebanks in the top 5 here. Brian Sohn, Matt Kingsbury down to... Oh, it doesn't look like he had many points to begin with here, so this must have helped him out over Braden, who I don't think we saw in this race, nor Logan. So good for you, Matt. And the GT3 AM drivers. Oh.
Hey, there's a name we know.
Yep.
Tim
There's a
Brokaw
couple.
leading in the GT3 AMs over Kevin Bogart. Daniel Coletta's in 3rd. Gary Freeman in 4th. Marlon Mofta 5th. Zachary Korn 6th. Josh Ondo 7th. Alex Axman 8th. Brian Aston 9th. Me in 10th. Ruby Lehman in 11th. Zachary King, Keith Henry, and AJ Stevens.
Rounded out at the 12th position, yeah.
Oh, yeah, here we are gridding up for the feature.
On pole, we got Blake Reynolds in the Penguin RC GTP. Brandon Lambert will be on the outside pole in UKSR. Matt Kingsbury starting 3rd. And 4th will be Josh Stoltz. And John Marjoriebanks will round out your top 5 in the GTP class. And that's all of your GTP class.
at least for this race. For GT3 Pros, we've got Kevin Fanning on the pole, Christian Youngwall on the outside, Cody Crosgrove here on third, Ray Kingsbury in fourth, Brian Sohn in fifth, Brian Zabelski in sixth, and Brian Asta rounds out the field in seventh. And then for the GT3 AM class, we have Tim Brokaw on pole, Zach Korn on the outside, Josh Ondo in third, Gary Freeman in fourth, and Daniel Coletta finishing out the field there.
And I'm expecting to see the same type of racing, just a lot longer, really. Everybody seemed to be pushing it pretty hard.
Well, they're going to have to save tires. You know, this is going to be a longer run. You're going to have to be smarter out here on the track and try and save what you have, because, like we said earlier, cutting the track and trying to really run as hard as you can, it's not going to last.
Yeah, patience is going to be key, especially with any endurance race, whether you're running 500 laps at Bristol, or if you're running an hour at Circuit of the Americas, as we're coming to green here.
Yep, pace car was off.
Just as they say, you can't win it on the first lap.
No, I can tell you where you might spend the most money.
And here we go.
First corner of the first lap.
A little bit calmer of a start.
Yeah.
Whoa, Lambert way outside. That leaves Kingsbury out to take the lead. Oh, I'm sorry, Blake Reynolds. My bad.
Blake, definitely got a shaky little start there. I have a feeling he won't have too much of a trouble getting back up there, though.
And Kevin Fanning leading the GT3 Pros.
Smooth groove himself.
Yeah, there you go. Christian Youngwell hot on his tail, though, trying to catch up to him after that sweet corner. A close group, but at least they're in single file. Less chance of mayhem here. I think these guys know they got to take it smart.
Yeah, it definitely was a bit more cordial of a start.
Kingsbury getting past.
Big nostrils in that BMW getting the whiff of the exhaust of the Cadillac in front of him.
Oh yeah, now that Marjorie Banks got a fresh car, he may be a big contender.
We are now 1 minute in of 50.
Whoop, there he goes.
Over driving that corner. All of them.
Kingsbury with a move.
Yep, look at that.
Paying for it right now, though.
Guys, you can't win it on this lap. It's just not possible.
Well, I think they just need to get a little more spaced out. I think everybody's trying to kind of give and take a little bit.
Well, now hear me out. If I wreck the rest of the field on the first corner.
Yeah, right. Marjorie Banks really trying to put the screws here to oh my god, he already passed me. What am I even saying?
Yep.
I don't know, I was kind of enjoying the ride.
I saw contact. Ooh. Between Josh Stoltz.
And remember, nobody has better memories than drivers.
I have a pretty terrible memory. I'm just gonna
not on this.
Oh yeah, no, I do. Listen, maybe one or two guys, but overall.
Nope. I still remember who did me wrong on October of last year.
Kingsbury on pit road. Did he get damaged from some contact?
I don't know. I didn't see any, but
I didn't see anything.
We'll have to see how things play out.
He
See
might
if
have
we
gotten
can
the
get back
dreaded
up there.
meatball. Oops, sorry, JD.
No, you're good. You're good. I'd be surprised because I just didn't see anything there.
Youngwell really just trying to follow in the tracks of Fanning here, and he's just doing everything he can to make it work.
Hey, those are some good tracks to be in.
Yeah, he's working that wheel steady as she goes. Oh, little slip there.
Any chance we can see what might have happened to Matt?
Yeah, it looked like it was just that turn. If I'm not mistaken, it's been turn 15. Again, if I'm not mistaken, that turn's seen some action today.
long straightaway.
Manning really trying to take a more defensive line here, making sure that inside's protected as he comes into that corner. Gets a great exit. Youngwall still hot on his tail. And Cody Cosgrove not far behind.
Oh no.
These guys might just be, they might just be along for the ride here. Let's see, we're here with Blake Reynolds.
Yeah, see what happened.
There's
on the
Matt.
right here.
Matt took a real hard inside line here, really tested track limits. Maybe he got some damage from running over that.
It's hard to say. I just don't see it. Something had to have broken. Or maybe he wants to make an adjustment right off the bat or something.
Josh Ondo possibly into having an incident too, losing a position. We might get a look at that here in just oh, here it is. Oh, here he is. Look, a little squirrely coming out of there. Oh, he's sending it in.
See if there's something that happened here.
And it's just a self-spin.
Yep.
Lays in it, keeps it going.
Got down that brake bias just a little bit more to the front.
Oh, it's so hard. I mean, at least for me, just the braking points are so tricky here.
Especially with
Right.
so many different corners. And I have a hard time keeping track of 4 corners.
I use a driving line. Listen, I'm an oval guy. We're all oval guys for the most part, except I think JD does Nürburgring. Wait, you know, he loves it, but
I do know Nürburgring like the back of my hand.
who hurt you?
In an 87.
Who hurt?
How much time you got?
Oh, Marjorie Banks here, really loving it, man. Look at this view. Blake Reynolds
Boy.
trying to keep up with him. He's not
Right
far
there.
behind. It's only a half-second gap. And he closes it in quick on some of these corners.
Yeah, very, very good. I don't think he's fretting too bad.
Long race. I mean, there's still 45 minutes or so left.
Yep, that 44 minutes left. That's okay. These guys are going to have to pit at some point, I'm sure. And maybe grab a set of tires. Freshen up.
He's showing how good he is in those S-turns.
Riding along with Blake Reynolds.
Ooh.
Just a touch wide there.
Seems to work in his favor as he gets a good exit off of that corner down the straight here. Great braking zone.
There we can see the overall timing difference here.
Using every bit of track. Look at him go. I can't believe that's not a track limit right there.
I was going to ask, actually, if it was, but it can't be. Everyone seems to be utilizing it.
It's been a while since I've been in a race, but I don't remember if there's an incident point limit.
It's hard to
Or if
say.
there was, I think it was pretty high.
I actually don't see I don't see any off-track events for Blake or for oh,
Big move down into turn 1.
he
Looks like
said
John-
I'm going inside whether you like it or not. And they are side by side into 2 and 3. This
John
is
ain't
great.
giving it up.
Nope, he had the better line. He kept it going. Blake said I can do this all day.
Well, if they're going to do it all day, they got a little over 40 minutes more of this.
You know, and this is beautiful, clean, albeit hard racing.
He could be just letting them know that, hey, I got you here. Marjorie
Playing the mind
Banks. But yeah,
I think there's a lot of mind games.
Well, they got a 7-second gap between, almost 8-second gap to third. So why not? You know what I mean? I would probably be trying to peek inside and right and left here and there. You know what I mean?
Well, the real race will start with about 10 minutes to go. You kind of want to experiment a little bit and see what people might do.
Kind of like learning your opponent, knowing your enemy, picking the perfect point when to strike.
Exactly.
Oh wait. Anyway, these guys make it look easy. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, I'm just in awe right now. There's old Kevin.
Leading the GT3 Pros.
Yep, they're just tucked in and in for the ride right now. It looks like a Sunday drive.
Yeah, they don't seem to be battling too hard yet. They might have the same mentality I would be.
Right along with Cody Crosgrove. Sitting in P3 in the GT3 Pros.
Cooler interiors I've ever seen in a car.
Mm-hmm.
My ADD would have me just playing with all the knobs and buttons on there, you know?
I'd be distracted by the TV.
It's the colors and lights that get me.
Right?
Good
Fisher Price.
old-fashioned. What does this button do? Fisher
Yeah,
Price.
Fisher Price did us wrong, man.
Those are different colors.
Oh my gosh. Childhood memories are flooding back. Even to this day. I mean, Christmas is only a few days away. I'm sure my dad will still get me something shiny.
I like shiny. Speaking of shiny, Cody Crosgrove is looking like he's found something shiny Christian Youngwall's bumper.
Thought you were going to mention the paint schemes. I love the chrome paint schemes.
Tim Brokaw running away with the GT3 amateur class.
Definitely showing his strength.
They used to move that man up to pro.
Yeah, he's beating a few of the pro guys.
Big brother Ray. Rounding out the top 5 in the GT3 Pros. Sitting at P10 overall.
Now,
And our good friend.
Oh, there's corn. It's corn. It has a juice.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like he's sitting P4 chasing down a lawnmower into... Is that Tom?
Oh, he's going for a bumper. He gets it a little loose coming out of that corner.
Needed more juice.
He needed more juice.
But him and Gary have been running together all day.
Gary's been eating him alive. I wonder if we can call him the Combine now.
Oh, maybe.
Eating all that corn.
The farmer and his corn. I love it.
Oh, some traffic here for John Marjorie Banks and Blake Reynolds.
Yeah, that's a aspect that I didn't think too much of, really, but they're going to definitely have to deal with a lot of lap traffic and see who can move around them quicker at the right points.
Well, as long as they pick their points and the lap cars aren't going to give them too much of a hassle, then absolutely be fine.
Looks like they're catching up to our buddies here.
How is
Well,
corn going to move?
Looks like we got a rolling roadblock with GT3 amateurs.
They're going to hate us by the end of this.
That's the goal. Anyway.
3 wide. Oh, and
Brake smoke.
that may have given Corn the opportunity here in the upper hand.
Wow, Blake is relentless there.
Look at this fight right here.
This is great. Great racing.
You know, you could almost take this battle right here and akin it to a boxing match with this track, because it seems like you're going 20 rounds every corner.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like one turn, someone has a better advantage. The next one, disadvantage. Wow,
This
look at
is
that.
great. Slide jab! Slide jab!
It is not... we still got 46, 47 more minutes left. Or, excuse me, 36, 37.
This thing's just going dude man past dude man for P1. It's just crazy. Like 4 times, 5 times on the screen over here.
I'm not so good with the second grade math.
Josh Stoltz in third, having to work through some traffic with Brandon Lambert right there and drive right on his tail, right there. It's just looking like the same battle for the lead, almost.
Yeah, everybody's pushing it hard. But isn't that what you want, though?
I mean, you want to see a good hard race. You want to see guys absolutely pushing limits. What you don't want to see is anybody being stupid, and that right there could have very well
Speaking of
been
which.
a stupid move.
Getting around
man.
the 2 rolling roadblocks. Yep.
I don't
I'm
like saying
guessing-
it's stupid. I just like the word frisky.
I'm saying somebody's got some brown pants.
All right.
That happened
Oh my god.
to at least 2 people.
Man. To at least 2 people. Oh man.
Lowbrow humor. Okay.
All right, Kevin.
GT3 Pro leader still.
Yep. But not by much.
Looks like
Kevin.
a young wall.
Kevin. Can you hold him off, Kevin?
And actually, that lap, young wall and Crosgrove were faster than Fanning.
I can see that. A little
Applying
boot
the
there.
pressure.
He wants him to know I'm here and I'll come around you.
Oh, do not.
The lines on Kevin's car look like Sharpie.
I guarantee you, he's gonna put another Band-Aid on that guy's car.
Oh, let's see what we got here. So Blake
Our leaders.
still.
Oh, Marjorie,
Whoa.
why?
Way wide.
Using every bit of the track. I like it.
Now that's what I would call frisky.
Very, very frisky.
Christian Youngwall still on the hunt. Blake
looks
Reynolds lost a little time.
Yep.
About second. Oh,
Well,
way deep. Way deep.
Ooh.
Like we saw before, though, he has no problem bringing it back, though.
I'm gonna have to figure out how these guys are braking so well. Is that? Did we just see a Blinky boy?
I think so.
We having some connectivity issues here for Marjorie Banks. Hopefully not. Hopefully keeping them here in the race, so we can see what'll happen here at the end. We've still got quite a bit of time left on the clock.
It'd be robbery to miss this battle.
Yeah, see, he had closed up that gap quite a bit here. If you look at what we have going on down the bottom right of the screen. And yet, he's still holding it kind of level.
Gonna see who can get through the traffic better.
Oh, and Brian's off the pace, it looks like.
See what happened with him.
And she sends it.
Good old Luke.
Yeah. Tires probably getting a little warm. Getting a little bit of wear into it.
Yeah.
They are
gotta-
coming up on pit stop time, I believe.
I was just going to ask about how many laps you can go on a full tank.
I don't think it's so much how much fuel you can take. I think it's going to be how long are the tires going to last.
Oh, you think the tires are going to be a better... Okay. Yeah, probably.
I wonder how many laps you can get on a set, to be honest with you. What's a
The
typical fuel run?
Well, there's so many different settings you can do with the fuel mapping.
And, gentlemen, I don't know if you've noticed, but looks like the sun's starting to set in the Texas sky.
Yeah, it looks a little darker. And these two are still going at it.
You got track temp setting at about 86 degrees here. Actually, it's 86 flat.
Whoop! Way wide!
Oh,
Here we
my
go.
goodness.
Can't
Oh,
pass on the
man, oh,
outside,
man.
Cole.
not an inch or a quarter given.
You gotta give it to these guys for not wrecking, though. They're always side by side, especially this part of the track. I love it. This is what I like right here.
Good, hard, clean racing. A lot of give and take.
They seem to have respect for one another. That's good. Upper hand in that turn.
Just keeping a slightly tighter line. Maybe John's trying to save tires a little bit by taking a slightly wider line, and you can see Blake jabbing them brakes, having the wheel jerk out a little bit there. It's making sure nothing gets snappy on him, because I've seen that. Oh, we've got Brandon Lambert in pit lane.
Oh
Whoop.
boy.
Looks like he almost missed pit lane.
Yeah. He almost met that wall a little bit.
I think I need tires. Whoop. Whoop.
Yep.
Little hot.
Oh,
Little hot.
moly.
I think he just missed the
Backing up.
where the entrance was there.
It sneaks up on you a little bit.
Whew. That's a tight entry.
Yeah,
That's all.
that is definitely quicker than I thought it was. And here we are at another replay. Whew. They are not really giving much of anything. But Blake does finally get around them. And another replay. Got a lot of things happening out here right now.
Yeah, I don't think it sounds well
One's-
for our boy Corn.
Whoop.
Oh, an Ondo
big hit.
getting into him.
Well, I crashed lappily.
Bust out the duct tape and the coat hangers to put that thing back on. If you guys are like me and you've had to use coat hangers to keep bumpers on in your personal vehicles.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, in-car
Yeah.
view of Ondo and just nowhere he could go at that point. Too close to racing. Both cars likely.
Well, I do believe they have a fast repair, so there is some hope, which is,
Is there?
I believe, with the one that I ran at Homestead, I believe there was one fast repair. Which is why I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen Mr. Matt Kingsbury back out on track. After
yeah.
his mishap early on.
8 laps down now.
Karma. So, I think
That's the guy on the Chiefs.
I'm just saying, John Marjoribanks here is doing a hell of a job.
Yep. Looks like he got back out in front of Blake. Blake had it for a second there, it looked like earlier. Oh,
Just ran
man.
his best lap too at 155.273.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's pretty fast.
That is blazing.
Blake still came in at a 155-115 though, so he's still turning slightly faster laps. He's finding time where in just different areas of the track, I think.
And you got to think as well, if they're still doing best laps, because both of them just their last lap was their quickest lap, how much of a factor is tire wear?
Oh, it's huge.
I mean, I'm just saying, it doesn't seem like they're burning it too much. And Kevin Fanning. They've had this line of cars here for quite some time, I think.
I think these guys are just trying to play it as smart as they can. A little contact there with Cody Crosgrove, but letting them know, hey, I'm still here. I'm not gonna. I don't know if they're gonna just wait it out to the end and duke it out on the last lap, or
I don't know how these two can keep going side by side like this. They are just consistently, it seems like the same parts of the track.
These guys are treating every lap like it's the last lap, and that's the kind of racing you want to see.
Oh man, Blake is so good in the S-turns. He just always seems to have a run on him there.
Yeah, he does.
Throwing it inside. See.
Does he do the crossover?
Yeah, John tried to.
Yeah, not down this straightaway.
But Blake does get out in front of him.
Use that slipstream.
Now it looks like John's going to be throwing it inside. Doesn't look like there's any contact there.
No, these guys seem to be very respectable, and they don't want to. They don't want to take. First off, they don't want to take the other guy out, and they definitely don't want to take themselves out in the process. So.
Well, it's got to be fun to just race like this. You don't want to ruin it.
This must be the equivalent of when you get somebody who's good at ping pong, and you can just sit there and volley the ping pong ball back and forth to each other. You just keep it going.
Yippers.
I'm getting that same vibe.
Wow, just throws it right back in front. Crossover by Blake. Unbelievable. It's hard to tell who has the advantage in turn one, though. As we saw in turn one, Blake did fall back, but definitely not having any problem there. Wow, look at that.
Marjorie Banks with the better exit out of that corner.
Putting some distance there.
Interestingly enough, these guys just keep running their best lap times. Blake's sitting here with a 153.7.
It's real aggressive on that part of the S-curves every time. Coming up to our racing lawnmower.
Is that even part of the track?
Wow. Blake was definitely off track.
Otto's in the way, and he gets a... oh my god, I don't even know what's happening anymore.
That was
Blake
impressive,
getting
getting
him.
around all that.
They lived.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
I have one thing to say to that.
Ay, caramba!
Yeah, right? Unbelievable.
Yo, how you doing?
I'm here.
How you doing? How is it okay for dogs to do it, but with cars you can't?
Well, because you wind up upside down and backwards. It winds up being very expensive.
It says ouch.
Hopefully he doesn't have to get another Band-Aid.
Well, it looks like these guys have everything tuned in pretty well themselves as well, so now it's just a matter of making a move when they can. We're just under 25 minutes here. Actually, we're coming up down to
We're just past
22
halfway.
minutes. Yeah, so that is a thing.
And if we could, can we go through the field?
Yeah, these three are really staying in the whole line pretty much the entire time. There's our good old battle for the front. Again, these guys just will not... I honestly, about, 15 minutes ago, I didn't know if they were be able to keep doing this the whole time, but it sure looks like it.
So
We got Josh in the pits. Looks like he got some tires.
getting some new skins, yeah.
Some fresh radials.
Some fresh slickies.
Slickies, so you don't go slippy slidey.
That's right. You knew where I was going with that.
Slippy slidey on freshies.
Yes, sir.
And this is, these tires behave much differently than we're used to in the ovals. Ooh!
Hang on, bud.
Blake is showing his skill by keeping that under control. Wow, look at
God.
that. Fierce racing.
It's where they're choosing to do it that's surprising me at times.
Yep. No, I don't know what happened to John. Oh, he's going to the pits. Okay. He wants to go get some freshies.
Well, he handled himself pretty well for the first half, so he must think I can handle myself pretty well for the next half as long as he pits well here and doesn't lose too much time.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a one pit stop race because it is about halfway.
Now, how much of a gap is this going to allow Blake to get?
Well, it's hard to say because if he's not battling John, you know, we'll have to wait and see.
Oh, yeah. We do have an in-race reporter. We haven't even checked in on him yet.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Let me see if I can pull him in. I'll be right back, gents.
What we got?
He left us alone again.
We got Brian here. That's okay. I don't think he's having any more technical difficulties.
Yeah. Mr. COTA running a solid P2 right now in the GT3 AM class.
Yeah, Tim's looking really strong. It's going to be take quite an effort to catch him, I think.
Oh, absolutely. His iRacing does not show his skill, I can tell you that much. For those of you that don't know, the difference between the GT3 Pro and the GT3 Amateurs is anything above a 2000 road iRating will allow you, or SimCar will allow you to run a GTP or a GT3 Pro.
Yeah, and Tim's looking like he's coming in for some freshies, and he is definitely holding his own with the pros here.
Mr. Corn, it's Tom up in the booth. You got me?
What's going on, Tom?
Oh, we're just seeing that you are turning some pretty consistent lap times. Last one was at a 2:12.013, and that was actually your fastest lap.
Yes, sir.
So, how's the car feeling right now?
She's a little loose. Took a couple of big swings at her in the warm-up session there, but doesn't really seems to have made too big of a difference. She's still wanting to just come around on me.
Yeah, we saw that little scrap he got into.
Yeah, just a little overdriving.
Hey, if you don't push it, why even be here?
Does the car have any damage, Corn? Oh.
It's got a little bit. I don't think it's affecting the race too much.
I'll tell you, I need to know, that last corner you just took,
Yes.
that was really wide. Is that a 1X? Are you getting off tracks for that?
Oh, let me tell you how many off tracks I have. Hold on, I'll get another one here and I'll tell you.
Are you just driving by sonar, or what are we doing here?
63 off tracks. Oh, I shouldn't have taken that one. That one gave me a cut in the course. No, so this track, the track limits for this track are very finite. They have those lovely F1 track limits. So if you touch anything outside of the rumble strips, it's an X.
Looks like we got Brian here on the replay, coming out of the pits, and then definitely the cold tires. I think that's all that is there.
Freshy slippies. Takes a nice... Oh, maybe he's the new lawnmower. Look at him go.
Yeah, and I was going to say earlier, you know, they act so much differently than we are used to on the NASCAR oval side.
So, Corn,
Yes, sir.
how's the track feel? Because we've watched the temperature drop consistently since the sprint.
It's still really slick. I think the temperature drop has actually, strangely enough, made it slicker.
Oh.
I find that I am still sliding a lot of corners, more than I was earlier in the event.
So the Ferrari's just getting a little... It's just loose the entire time, or...
Yeah, she's just been loose the entire time, and I know what they say, loose is fast, but But I like to beg to differ after today.
Well,
Your
too
ba-
loose is definitely hard to control.
Your battles with Gary were pretty interesting, though. We were highlighting those for a minute, and you guys
Oh,
were
yeah.
running pretty well together. And it seems like you're glued to each other for the most part.
Did you enjoy the battles, the little battle there for last place?
Yeah, it was great.
I won't lie to you. We're sitting here, we're just talking back and forth, and we're just having a ball out here. You know, we're clearly backmarkers in this race today, so we're just having a ball, pushing it as hard as we can with each other.
Speaking
I'm
of
gonna
which,
see if I can't beat him out of the pits here.
Yeah, it looks like
Yep.
you're going to.
And 666 is free from his pit box. Hey, he got him. So just be careful, Corn. We gave Gary a new nickname. We're going to call him the Combine for all the corn he's been eating lately.
Well, all right, buddy. We're gonna let you go get back to racing, and we'll be pulling Gary up here next. So, hope you have a good race. Hope everything goes well for you. Oh,
Beautiful miss,
no.
sir. Beautiful miss. And
Thank
another
you.
freebie.
Yep. We'll
just
just
swings it around. Oh, there
There
goes
you
Gary.
go.
Oh, Gary's
Oh.
into the wall.
and let's
That was
go
a-
get him. Let's get him in here real quick.
Oh, that's
It's a heck of
cold
a
fire.
heck of a way to leave off. Y'all enjoy the rest of the race.
Let's
Take
leave
care,
him
buddy.
alone for a little bit.
That's wild.
Gary.
Oh,
might-
and around again.
There he goes.
Up,
Definitely got some freshies going on.
Gary.
Is this a bad time?
Is it?
Right after that.
Right after. I mean, it looks like you're still fighting it. Oh, she broke. Oh, she
Yeah.
broke.
I was gonna say, she broke is an understatement.
Oh,
Um,
well, that looks like you got your hands full with traffic coming at you. Just wanted to say, great racing by you today. Until that.
yep, that was a battle. I don't know how much of that you caught, but Corn, Ando, and I had
Oh,
a
yeah.
killer battle. You guys need to check out lap 8 down the backstretch. I was bump drafting Ando, trying to get him past Corn.
Oh man, yeah, we saw that you guys were sticking together for a long, long time.
Man,
Yeah.
you were on corner so much we're gonna start calling you the Combine.
Bro, I was working that for everything it was worth.
Yep. Yep.
We're done.
As Gary. As
Unfortunate
Gary
luck for you,
Toes.
sir.
Oh well, Gary. Sorry for your luck here today, and hopefully you. Oh, here we go.
We are junked. 13 minutes are required.
Looks like.
So this is
Yeah.
your battle, okay? And you, Ando, and Korn here just. It seemed like the sprint and this whole race here, you guys were glued to each other.
Oh, we were. We were battling for second to last place for that entire sprint. Corn and I were doing nothing but overdriving in every other corner.
Definitely.
That was you go deep, no I go deep. No, you go deep, no I go deep. It was great.
Here's some more battling with them right here.
All I know is I kept seeing 0x and pushing Hondo, man. Doink, 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 0x, 0x, 0x. I'm like, come on, Josh, go faster.
Oh yeah, look at you guys getting in all tight in that line. That's crazy.
Oh, dude, we were moving too.
Listen, when you get out of this and you get a chance to watch some of the replays, the battle for the lead has been one of the craziest things I've seen in racing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Blake.
I've kept an eye on it, and I watched. Did you see those boys split me on 12?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we did.
Ooh, buddy.
That was definitely a hair-raising moment.
There's a hole in the chair because yeah.
No. This is your channel. Don't do that.
I panicked.
That's better.
I panicked, but guess what? I wasn't letting Ando go, so I was staying with it. You guys gotta pass me. There's a hole there, but I don't know if you're brave enough.
Oh boy.
They made it.
Wow. Well, we got Marjorie Banks here chasing down Blake Reynolds yet again, but only a second and a half gap between the two of them. Still turning super fast laps here, sub 155s and 154s, so this is just insanity. It seems like them fresh tires are still helping them boys out. This race is still far from over, though.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure they got to pit one more time, don't they?
Should only need one, but that depends on how tight they're running their fuel.
Yeah, they pitted
Especially
it right at the halfway point, so probably I would say no.
Well, they're also running each other hard.
Yeah.
It depends on how much fuel they're eating running each other that hard.
We'll have to see.
It gonna make a difference. How's that GT3 Pro battle going?
Let's take a look.
Well,
Christian Youngwall's gotten around Kevin Fanning finally.
Ooh, Youngwall getting it done. Fanning got to get back up here and get him.
And has put a gap. I'm guaranteeing the pit strategy had something to do with this.
oh, probably got about a
I'm wondering if he,
4 second.
I'm wondering if Youngwall decided to short pit. I will tell you, short pit was the answer because Korn and Ando both passed me, and I went in 2 laps later. So they put 4 seconds on me.
Wow.
Yeah, we watched Corn pass you through the while you were in the pits, and it was I actually didn't see how far back you were from there.
When I came out of pit X, it was about 4 seconds, and I shouldn't have run this thing that low, but I wanted to have the freshest tires for the last stint.
Well,
We see how well that worked.
well, we got. I mean, obviously, people are pushing. You got Blake, John, and Josh. You know, the top 3 in the GTPs, and they just laid down their personal best laps.
Well, them boys are getting it.
In this light, Ray's car kind of looks like Wonder Woman.
Yes, yes, it is an interesting look. That in a certain light, it does give that. I will say though, that bullseye was put on his car. It was meant for me to hit. I've not hit it.
No, you probably can't catch it. But
No, even
Are
when
you
he
the
spins
reason-
in front of me.
are you the reason for Fanning's Band-Aid or what?
No, Fanning's Band-Aid was from 2 weeks ago. One of the GTPs ended his race.
Sounds like he remembers it, and we'll remember it for a while.
Yeah, because that had some serious championship implications. Because Fanning was walking away with that one.
But like I said before, there is nothing that has a better memory than a race car driver.
All right,
Well,
now, ladies
stay-
and gentlemen,
We beat elephants real quick.
the
Yep.
race begins now with 9 minutes left.
Yep,
8
we
minutes
are
left, I'm
coming
sorry.
to the closing chapter. This is where I pretty much consider anything before this a quote-unquote heat.
Oh yeah,
But
I'm not
now
getting that.
this is now where things are going to get interesting. You got John behind Blake within a second.
Ooh.
So the gap has definitely closed.
It looks like there's a lot of room on this track to make moves, and it's kind of crazy considering the amount of turns that it has.
Well, everyone is definitely using every bit of the track they can. Really closing it there.
And then some. Actually, it's a very wide track, but it gets rather tight in a couple of these corners where you can go too wide, but it's like a small airliner. You're going to be very friendly with your neighbor.
Well, you'll definitely get to know him really well.
Oh yeah, it's like a good dance club, man. It is shoulder to shoulder.
So what happened? Were the tires just really just tires?
Quick input. I saw Ando lose it, and I didn't want to tag Ando, so I tried to get away from him, and cold tires got me.
Yeah, it's something that I tend to forget about from time to time.
Oh, what kills me is I backed off my speed to enter the S's, and I saw him spin out of the corner of my eye, and I jerked the wheel, and that's when it started. It's like, well, don't hit the wall, don't hit the wall. Whack.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, it looked like you had a good run out there for the most part. Sorry for your luck, Gary, but since you're already wrecked out, I mean, how much damage do you have? Do you know?
Oh, we're going to be repairing this thing to put it on the trailer.
All right, then.
We're
It's
done.
unfortunate, and you guys were running really good with Josh and Zach.
Oh, that was a killer battle. That was probably no, that was more fun than my win at Fuji. That was a constant back and forth, and I don't know which lap, but you got to look. Zach got into me a little. Zach almost punted me.
Yeah, we had him in here, and
man.
he was saying how much he enjoyed it, and was saying about the same thing you are.
I almost got the bumper twice. If you look, I don't know which lap it was. There was a good avoidance move by both of us going down the bend of the backstretch. He went wide, I went deep, just to avoid two cars occupying the same real estate. It was a battle.
And we all know what happens if you occupy the same real estate. Someone's going to get evicted.
Speaking of
Yeah.
battles, look at the one we got right here.
Yippers, Cody is really pushing it now.
Putting the old screws to Ray.
Good.
This is a battle
Good. Get up
for
there, boy.
third of the GT3 Pros.
Oh my god, he almost hit the sign.
As we got a little less than 5 minutes left in the race.
This is
And
it.
it looks, according to the intervals, John and Blake are still... Oh, he really throwing it in.
Hang on her, bud.
Cody showing his stuff.
What a testament to Ray Kingsbury's skill, though, predicting that he was going to do that.
Yeah, he saw it coming.
Don't give him too much credit. I have a feeling I was like, hey!
Yeah, it definitely looked like Ray knew that was coming.
Oh, Ray and Cody will go at it tooth and nail. They will run each other into the walls. They will run each other that hard. But that's also guys fighting for the championship. So you give an inch, they're taking a mile, and they don't care if you're on the other side of that inch.
Yes, every position counts at this point.
Oh. A little craziness going on there. What is he doing?
Oh,
I'm
Josh
not
Ando crashed.
Man, gotta
Oh, goodness.
pull that helmet off to enjoy being up here with you boys.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate end to your race, man. You were doing really, really well.
So you had to take off your racing helmet and put on your everyday helmet?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I needed one with airflow.
So, Gary, do you wear contacts?
No.
Probably a good thing, because you'd be popping those like M&Ms, man. My God.
Sure. That ain't no lie. I just need to put prescription lenses in the VR and be done.
Hey, make sure you stick around here for after the race end. We'll interview the race winners, the class winners, and of course, whoever else probably wants to pop in here and speak their piece.
Yes, sir.
I would say, with the way that battle's going, you guys should try to flag down Ando and get a word in with Ando. I want to hear what his thoughts were of that battle. That was fun.
Yeah, we might have to ask him.
That is something I believe we can do if he's in the chats.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he has time.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
And good old John. Let's see what he does here in turn 1. They've definitely been frisky here.
Wonder if John's got anything left in the tank for Blake here.
I mean, they've been side by side for over half this race.
Yeah, but he caught right back up to him. He was pretty far behind.
Yeah, which is interesting because Blake was the one that originally came from behind, so if he got out in front, I thought he would run with it, but...
Probably set that thing to attack and went nuts with it.
John's very calculating that he'll run it hard, but somehow he figures out how to save tires. I don't know how he does it, but he will run you very hard and still save tires for the end.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Just for this one race, we've had so many really good battles that have lasted a long time.
This one seems like it's lasted all 50 minutes.
I think
As
that's
we
because
come
it
into
has.
30 seconds to go.
Out of these two, it will. Oh, look at it, look at it. Oh, trying to go inside.
Right with Marjorie Banks.
I'm just getting word that our other broadcaster, AJ Stevens, may want to make a little guest appearance.
Hi. It's a party in here.
Small booth.
Small booth. it's getting a little cramped in here. Yeah.
You better bring some snacks. I'm hungry.
I was going to say, he got to bring some snacks, though. He's late.
You guys didn't bring snacks. I had my snacks.
Well,
Oh, he can't
but
get
she's
it,
also-
John.
Oh
but
man!
I'll tell you what, both those guys should be very, very proud of themselves.
that
Those
was
guys put on a clinic.
That was one of the best battles I've ever seen on iRacing.
and they're flashing. Congratulations to each other. That was a great fought battle. I can't believe what I saw. That whole race was just like it was the last lap the entire time.
Yeah, both those guys should be very proud.
And we got Tim Brokaw, our GT3 amateur winner.
Yeah, and he was, I mean, very, very impressive performance.
Can't figure out how to do burnout.
Maybe he's like
There
me.
we
you
go.
know?
Now he's got
Maybe it's like me, you're just not used to winning.
it. Gotta turn the traction control off.
Yeah,
But-
that traction control can be a real pain.
And Christian Youngwald, our GT3 Pro winner. Blake Reynolds burning it down, absolutely ecstatic with his win. John Marjorie Banks, I mean, every right to celebrate as well.
Yeah, either one of them could have won that.
Christian Youngwall still coming through here. And we've got our guest broadcaster, AJ Stevens.
Hey, AJ.
Oh God, you put me on the spot as soon as I get in here.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the booth. I took an early exit to join these boys.
Sounds like the lawnmower might have mowed the lawn today.
He's called the Combine now because of how much corn he ate.
Oh God.
Oh, it was interesting. It was fun. Then it was Wall.
Yeah, it was just an unfortunate end for you, Gary, but you still put on a really good race.
All I know is that Corn and I got to go have a little one-on-one on this at another time. I want another battle.
Did you dominate Corn? Is that what happened?
It was just a real hard fought battle.
Oh.
Oh, the Corn, Ando, and I we were putting on a nice little show.
Nice.
And Ando spun. I jerked the wheel on cold tires to avoid him, and
Oops.
I told both tie rods to exit the chat on the right side of the car.
Well, here we got the feature results here.
Blake Reynolds with the overall win here. Great job, Blake. John Marjorie Banks with a second place finish. Hard fought with only, well, he had it within a second there. Josh Stoltz here, 44 seconds down, but still put up a good fight for third place. Brandon Lambert, not quite sure when he fell off. Maybe he was during pits and whatnot, but Matt Kingsbury, we saw he got some damage somehow early on, it must be, and maybe we'll find out what happened there through other communications.
Yeah, it's just kind of a tough break for him.
Up next here, we've got the excuse me, GT3 Pro results from the feature. Christian Youngwall as your overall winner there. Kevin Fanning, 6.5 seconds behind him in second place. Ray Kingsbury with a solid third place. Cody Crosgrove, Brian Sohn, Brian Zabelski, and Brian Asta round out the field. Great battles by all of them today.
And the results for your GT3 amateurs. Your winner, Tim Brokaw. Second on the podium is Daniel Coletta. And rounding out your podium, iCrash Weekly's own, Mr. Zachary Korn. Josh Ondo finishing fourth. And sorry, Gary, you got last there.
Yeah. But that's the way the session goes.
Oh, I was waiting for it. I was on the end of that cookie, and then that cookie crumbled all right.
Yeah, that's
And
really
it looks like from
unfortunate.
what we just saw there, Mr. Korn couldn't wait to end his car.
No, wait a minute. I thought he said that was his channel name, not his goal.
Well, not in this, not at the end of this race.
Yeah, I think he was just he just wanted to cash that check. There's an ATM somewhere back there. He was headed for it.
Well, I hope it's a big bank account because it just caused a lot of work for his guys out there in the hauler.
Let's see if we can get some of the winners here from the feature.
Our GT3 amateur victor tonight, Mr. Tim Brokaw. Tim, you had a solid lead all over Mr. Coletta. You want to tell us about your race?
Oh man, well, it started off good. I really wanted to try and keep up with the front guys as long as I could, but I don't know, I must have been doing something a little bit wrong lap after lap because the tires were really falling off. I started to struggle at the end, but I was happy to keep it together and not make any really big mistakes. Yeah, that's where I had my eye on in the relative there was, where was Coletta? And I don't know how his race went. Too bad I didn't get a chance to race side by side with him. That would have been a treat. But wish him the best in the next round, and happy to have come out P5 overall in the GT3 with an AM win.
Yeah, you got 3 of the GT3 Pro guys too.
Well, I don't know. That's my goal. I'm hoping to get bumped up to the Pro next season. So if that happens, I've got a lot of practice to keep up with those guys. But keep working on consistency and setups and trying to have as much fun as I possibly can doing this.
All right, Tim, with one race left in the season, what are your thoughts going into next week or next session?
I'm going to have to look at the points, and I think no matter what, the goal is going to be finish, with the car in one piece, don't get a DNF, and play it safe. I think that's the goal.
Well, Tim, we're going to wish you the best of luck in your next round, and great job today. Do you have any shout-outs that you'd like to get out before we go on to our next interview?
Yeah, I'd love to give a shout out to the series sponsors, SIMCAR, Penguin RC, Too Fast Racing, and my own team, R Design, Kevin Fanning for helping us with the setups, and Josh Ondo and sister team, Too Fast guys for, week to week, just putting the laps in, doing the diagnostics on the setups, and trying to come up with something that'll work for everybody. That's about it.
All right. Great job again,
out
Tim.
there.
Excellent job.
Great job,
right.
man.
Thank you. See you guys next week. Well, in 2 weeks.
Take care, Tim. Thanks.
Bye.
All right, we got Christian Youngwall in here as well, the GT3 Pro winner. Kristen, how was your race, sir? How'd you pull it off?
Well,
I basically decided after like the first 3 laps when it was basically just me, Cody, and Kevin up front that I think me and Cody both decided to save some fuel and try and just ease our way around Kevin, which I think worked for me until Cody unfortunately lost it. So I think just kind of focusing on following Kevin through the whole first stint before the pit, then I kind of went a little... I wanted to either go before or a lap after him. He went in the lap I was going to go in, so I had to go one more. Luckily, Cody lost it there, so everything just sort of played out. And I'm not sure if Kevin took more fuel because I saved, or if he took 4 tires or whatever. But it was pretty good fun.
Awesome. Yeah, we saw that you were pretty much just tucked in behind Kevin the whole race, giving him full attention there. Let him know that you're there. You can possibly make a move in certain spots. Maybe it was just pressure. Either way, hope that he would make a mistake or something like that. But either way, it shows that you played it smart out there and came home with the win. So congratulations to you. Do you have any shout-outs for before we let you move on?
I guess just thanks to SIMCAR, everyone here, Brian at Penguin RC, and just thanks for everyone showing up. I enjoyed myself.
Awesome, man. Great
Excellent
show of
job
out
today.
There.
Thank you.
Awesome. I'll go ahead and get Blake in here.
And our GTP winner, Mr. Blake Reynolds. Blake,
hello.
Heck of a job. Great battle there at the end. Talk us through it.
Yeah, just a really cool race. It's probably the hardest I've fought in a SIMCAR in a while for a win or just in a battle for the lead for that long. Me and John were going back and forth for I don't know how long. I mean, it was
like
incredible.
50 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, and then at the end, I was just luckily I came out in front on that last pit stop. So I kind of just protected my tires until he caught me. I figured he was going to catch me. We were pretty even on pace.
Speaking of which, we got John in here now.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Now,
I just want to thank both you guys. So just real quick, just thank both you guys for that wonderful show. I mean, the entire time you guys were side by side and going back and forth. That was just fantastic.
Like it's the last lap every lap. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was a blast. That was a lot of fun. I definitely got my heart rate up for the last 50 minutes. I don't think I have to do cardio tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I would have had a heart attack about 4 laps in. Are you kidding me? That was the most entertaining racing I've seen in quite a while. In real life or on the sim. So hats off to both of you guys.
Yeah. Well, when it's in a good car, like even skill, obviously tonight. I'm not sure what setup John ran, but it seemed like we were fairly even the whole time. And then also it's in a car as good as the Cadillac, really GTP class in general, that is able to race side by side. It doesn't take damage that easily, so you can bang fenders pretty good. You can slide. It's got traction control, but it'll just do whatever you can do whatever you want.
Great catch. I had my finger all over the B button.
I will say, you gentlemen made some killer passes on GT3s tonight. I was one of them going into the backstretch. I didn't expect you guys to go wide. Good move.
Yeah, there was a lot of puckering going on in that straightaway.
A lot of bobbing and weaving. The brake zones were fun.
Yep. You guys must have an immense amount of respect for each other, and honestly, I don't know how you have such great awareness, because even with what I've got set up for my rig, I would still be dooring people left and right.
I've never seen that before in all the time I've been on iRacing. Like, just that kind of clean, good, close racing for that long. That was really, really cool.
Yep. You got triple screens, and honestly, in my mindset, I'm the league owner. I'm trying to be a good promoter. I'm not going to run a guy off the track or race him too hard, because I really I'm not hungry enough for it. I just really want a good show. So,
you take it easy on me.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I didn't pinch you on an apex. Like I didn't throw you off the track. I didn't try to out-turn in on you to go against the Ray Kingsbury turn-in rules. So,
Yeah, definitely could have been either one of you guys there winning that one. That's for sure.
It's good to see a league owner with some integrity.
Yeah, that makes me want to get in there.
And somebody that has respect for the people that race with them. That is something to behold, especially in today's day and age. Gentlemen, going into your last round, do you have any thoughts?
Red Bull Ring, man. These cars, I mean, I'll be honest. If you've ever watched an F1, or let me rephrase that. The way I approach tonight is, I watched the F1 race here, right? These cars, while they look a lot different and they're a little bit slower, I approach it like an F1. Like I drive it, I do the same turn-in points, I do the same acceleration points as F1 because it's a big aero car. But when we get down in the corner, it's like a GT3 car. You lose all your downforce. So coming up, we got Red Bull Ring. That's an F1 track, and I'm looking forward to it. Really high speed. There's probably going to be very little places to charge the hybrid on this thing because it's just throttle the whole time there. It should be a good show. I'm sure John will show up. Are you showing up, John?
Yeah, I'll be there. Looking forward to it.
It'll be fun.
Now, just coming back to tonight, one of the people who we thought was going to be a force to be reckoned with at the end, Mr. Kingsbury, seemed to take an early exit. You guys have any insight as to what had happened to inform our viewers?
I think he got damaged from they were going into the backstretch braking zone, or at the end of the backstretch in the braking zone into the I call it the complex, I guess, or the stadium section. They were going in there, and I guess Matt missed the corner. I know John missed the corner on the first lap. He blew through it, but Matt in third place also did, and Brandon turned in. He was the only one who actually made the braking zone, so Matt kind of clobbered into Brandon, and both of them got damaged. Brandon continued on, but Matt just retired.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, and if memory serves me correctly, for the endurance races, you do have one quick repair, correct?
Yeah, but this is a sprint feature format, so...
You're right. I'm sorry. And so quick repair is not a thing?
Not tonight, no.
Okay,
but
so that would explain why you took the early exit. All right.
Last race next week, and I am the league owner. Maybe I'll just throw in a fast repair.
Early Christmas present.
Early Christmas present. It is actually, it's 28th.
No, late Christmas present.
Late Christmas present.
Early birthday present for next year. Don't worry about it.
I'll throw in a damn fast repair.
The tractor will gladly take that fast repair. I could have used it today, but I'll save it for next week.
All right.
Well, awesome race today, guys. We thank you so much for the performance, the show, and the memories.
Do you guys have any shout-outs?
You first, John.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna give a shout out to Blake here, putting on the league. Had a blast tonight and had a blast the all series. Looking forward to the last round and what comes next with this series.
Yep, Penguin RC Simulation, proud sponsor of the SIMCAR GrandAM series. Too Fast Racing, of course, for secondary sponsorship on all the cars and on the broadcast, of course, here on the channel. Shop.penguinrc.com. You can use code Blake for a small discount. I don't remember what it is, but you can use code Blake for a discount there. I think that's it. And y'all obviously had a good show, fun time. Thank y'all.
Yeah, excellent race between you two. Yeah,
you're very welcome.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity here. But it looks like we're going to go ahead and bring Josh Ondo in here and talk about his race a little bit, see how things went. Hey Josh, how's it going? How was your race today?
It was good. It was tons of fun. Had a nice battle for the end there, but I mean, it was still good fun and some hard racing.
Yeah, we saw you had a real good battle between Gary and Zachary Korn. You guys were just clustered up together for a while, kind of stuck with each other, swapping positions, and then got a little tangled up and spun, it looked like. So how did that all play out for you?
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the race, I spun out a couple times and just had to play catch up that entire time. Finally caught up, and then we had a real nice battle. Just it was me passing Gary, Gary passing me, Gary passing Korn, Korn passing me, passing Gary. It was a ton of fun. Like, obviously, I'm not the fastest guy out there, but it was fun to get the practice in and get some real racing done on the track.
Yeah, the three of y'all going at it like that was pretty entertaining to say the least. But not only that, but dealing with the GTPs coming up on you too. There was a couple instances there where it got a little hairy.
Yeah, I just try, if I see them coming, I just try and give as much space as I can without just totally compromising my line. But hey, I'm just trying not to wreck at this point.
Isn't that what we're all trying to do?
Josh, what do you think of lap 8 going down the backstretch?
I saw a gap and I took it. As you both parted the seas, and I was like, all right, I'm going to take that one.
I glued myself to that bumper, and sorry about the paint missing, but you were going forward, sir.
Yes, the bump drafting was pretty funny. I've not been bump drafted in GT3s yet, and I was totally expecting to spin out. But
well, it turns out it is possible.
Yeah.
Although not recommended.
How stable was it when you were getting those shots?
I honestly didn't notice it that much. The wheel was shaking just a little bit, but no more than hitting just bumps on the track, really.
Yeah, looky there. You can see it on the screen right there. Just giving him a push.
Just some great racing today from everyone. We're really surprised. Not too many incidents out on the track, albeit some of them might have been from you, but we saw some self-spinning. Was the track a factor, the temperature dropping? Do you think it was just a matter of tire wear?
Yeah, I noticed that when we were practicing, it wasn't nearly as hot on the track, so I think we were sliding around more than we expected. But, I mean, part of it's on me. I just got to practice more and get more consistent.
And your paint scheme, man, I love it.
Oh, yeah. Tim is our paint man, and he makes some awesome stuff. I mean...
Yeah, it looks like a couple of you guys had a theme out there.
Yeah, Kevin, Tim, and I all have the same kind of paint scheme going, and I think he made one for Gary, but I don't remember if he was rocking it this race or not.
That inspires me. If I ever get a group together, I want to have paint schemes that match like that, just different colors.
Oh, gee, I wonder if you have a group that runs with you all the time.
Oh my God, JD.
Yeah, my vinyl guy didn't rewrap the car before this race, so I got to fire my vinyl guy.
All right, Josh, do you have any sponsors you want to thank, shout-outs you want to make before we wrap everything up here?
Shout out to Tim and Kevin. Without them, I wouldn't be in the SimCar this season or last season. And shout out to Gary, always racing me hard and having fun.
Hey, thanks for stopping by today. Good luck in the next and final round. And take care, man. Happy holidays if I don't see you.
Thank you, and you guys have a good one.
You as
Good
well.
racing, man.
Thank you.
So we saw a lot of great racing today. We've talked about it enough, especially between these two guys here, Blake and John. It really does amaze me to just how the realism and everything that comes into it. I do want to say thank you to SimCar and Too Fast for letting us have the opportunity to commentate today and get my feet wet in this again. My two co-hosts, JD McHaley and Tom Gom. Gary, thank you for the opportunity. Trevor, thank you for being an awesome producer today. Super spot on with the replays and this great shot of Blake.
Yeah, and thanks for letting us be a part of this. This had so many pockets of great battling. I mean, it was one of the most entertaining races I've ever seen.
Absolutely. So, from everyone here at SimCar and Too Fast Racing, we want to say thank you for tuning in. Tune in next week for the final race of the season, and
also,
good luck.
If we can also thank iCrash Weekly and Stevens Motorsports and Mr. iRacing sweetheart himself, JD McHaley.
Come on by.
It's been real. It's been fun. Thank you. We've been great.
From everyone here, thanks again, take care, and have a great night.